Hey guys, I already filmed this video outside today and I got some comments on the channel that I 100% disagree with. And I thought, nah, you know what, I don't want to get into that, I don't want to touch it. I deleted the video I shot earlier. This is a video I don't want to shoot, but I think needs to be shot. I want to discuss this convoy of truckers going across Canada and the support. Well, first of all, I want to say that I think what their objective here is, which, you know, their mandate that they state, there are many parts of it, is that they don't like being told what to do at this point in time. They're sick of the restrictions and they want the support that, you know, everybody should be supporting, that we have the right to choose and yada yada. The problem I have with that is that 90% of these truckers, maybe more, because the rate in Canada for vaccination is more than 90%, are fully vaccinated. So what is upsetting about that is that would be like protesting World War II as a country who didn't go in and support, whatever country that would be, say we're not going to support you know, the violence and the destruction of the Germans and the hatred and the da-da-da-da, and then having everyone else on the planet win World War II, put the Germans down after they kill millions of people, and then come forward and say we want to protest World War II. Because that is essentially what we've just done here, is we've fought a war against a virus, and science and facts and technology have won that war. We're at the point now where you can get COVID and you're down for 3 days. Then boom, you're up, you're feeling great, and you're on your feet and away you go. You're not losing your wife and your kids and your grandparents to this disease anymore. Okay? Vaccines have turned the tide of the battle. And now for 2 years to have gone by and people to come forward and say, hey, support us, we're going to speak for all Canadians. A, you're a minority, right? You're probably less than 10%. Even though you have some vaccinated people in there, I can't respect that in any way, shape, or form. I would have more respect for the guy that's in there that does not have a vaccination and says, there's a conspiracy theory here, the government's poisoning us, it's mind control, it's whatever absurd theory that these people have, right? I could support that more because at least they didn't take the poison when it was offered to them. Okay? People like Elon Musk and all these other influencers, brilliant people, some of them. I don't understand. You're fully vaccinated, your family's vaccinated, protected, you're not sick, your kids aren't sick, your wife isn't sick, because you took the vaccine and then you step forward promoting, you know, basically rhetoric and diatribe of that these vaccines were forced upon us. Well, A, nobody forced you to take it. B, you're alive, healthy, and well, so is your family. And you should be using your position to promote science and technology. You are a science and technology company and person. I don't understand that, right? We have to take a small minority right out of this group. And those are the ones I say, the conspiracy theorists. Let's take them right out, right? So what the other people, their problem is they're fed up. They're sick of the regulations, you know, half-masked for everything. Gyms are closed, restaurants are closed. We are still in lockdown here in Canada as of today. Restrictions went to half measures as of today. So restaurants are starting to open, gyms, other things that were closed down, but only to half capacity. Sporting events, half capacity. It has been 2 years of lockdown followed by a short reprieve followed by a lockdown. We're all suffering, okay? 96% of us are suffering. There might be the lone guy who lives out in the forest who this doesn't affect, but the rest of us, we're all in the same boat. And I have to say that we are in this position that we're in today because of the goodness of the 90-some% that went and got vaccinated, follow the rules, you know, trust in science, trust in technology, trust in what our leaders are telling us. That is why we are where we are today, that you can get this disease and be up and running. Did you guys hear about the village that was wiped out by German measles down the road here last week? No, you didn't, because we eradicated German measles with a vaccine. Mind-blowing stuff. How's your polio treating you, right? You don't have polio because we eradicated it with the vaccine. Yes, the argument will be that, oh, COVID is still out there and getting worse. Yeah, it's going to mutate, okay? And the reason it's going to mutate is because other countries, especially third world countries, which don't have the vaccination numbers that we do, have a vast majority in their population which are getting COVID, sharing COVID, mutating COVID. So it's going to keep changing. What does that mean for us? It means get your booster, folks. That's all it means. You're at a spot right now, you are in the golden spot. You can get whatever's coming down the road, hasn't mutated to the point yet where you're bleeding out your eyes and something else and dying, right? That's worst case scenario. That's what they're afraid of. That's the panic they don't want to tell you, that it could mutate into something worse that the vaccine doesn't work at all against, right? You know, COVID Model B, 3 times as potent and no vaccine, right? Then we would be right back where we were 2 years ago. But thankfully that's not going to happen because the majority of people have kept their senses, followed the rules, trusted the leaders, and done the right thing. The people coming out with these demands and this protest are selfish people, and I'm going to tell you why. They haven't stopped to think 1 second about the beds that are taken up in the hospital by people who aren't vaccinated, the surgeries that have been canceled, whether life-threatening or not. There are a lot of people who need end-of-life services right now. They're not getting beds in hospices and things like that. All of the people, the whole system has been shifted to make room for COVID patients, right? So we have done what we have, made the hard choices to keep the system working and rolling along. Yeah, it's come close a couple times to being overwhelmed, but it never was because Canadians did the right thing. They're also selfish because they haven't thought of the effects as they domino through society, right? I have a cousin who's been waiting months to get a kidney. He finally got that kidney. He is immunocompromised, right? There are millions of people out there who are immunocompromised. You're not thinking of those people when you're going out saying, we're not going to wear our masks. We're not going to follow the rules. It's a selfishness, right? The elderly. You come into my office to see my wife and you don't wear your masks, or you've been sick and you lie. This happens all the time. Patients come in and lie about their COVID symptoms, right? All you're doing is possibly spreading COVID to our other patients who don't have it. A lot of them are elderly. That one patient goes back to the old age home, now 30 of them get COVID and die, right? So it's just a selfishness because they don't want to follow the rules. The rules shouldn't apply to me. The rest of us are still following the rules, still doing what is right. And everyone needs to do that. So the ones that are breaking down saying, we're done, we're not doing this anymore, you're wrong. You're selfish and you need to think of other people. And so you guys that are coming on my channel posting the negative comments, anything hateful or attacking others, you know, name calling, I'm going to remove those comments. You'll be instantly banned. I'll remove you. You'll be blocked. Common sense will rule. You can disagree and say that you don't believe in the vaccines and whatever. Fine, you're entitled to your opinion. But any more than that, any negative hate speech, attacking others, you know, don't want to hear it. If you're not from Canada, don't want to hear about the trucker convoy, because at this point, like I said, it's too late and it's the wrong. Did you guys know, if you're not from Canada, they had part of their mandate was to replace part of government with a coalition of truckers? Are you kidding me? We're going to replace elected officials? Like, who is going to negotiate with that? That's crazy. There isn't no negotiation to be had. You're either elected in or you're not. That's what democracy is. And I just think it's ridiculous that people are supporting this. Yes, we are all fed up, but you're supporting the wrong cause. You need to be supporting the cause of stay the course, keep doing what we need to do, that we have been doing for 2 years. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. It's coming. We're getting there, right? It doesn't make any sense to stand up and say, I'm frustrated and I'm going to think of the millions of dollars these guys have wasted in fuel to drive there, blocking streets, causing disruptions. They were actually vandalizing war memorials and other things. That is ridiculous. You know, my grandparents would smack the stupid off those kids. I'm telling you, it's a different day and age, man. But this is what we need to stand up for. You can't stand for stuff like that. Great, you're going there with an opinion on something about that you disagree with, so you're going to vandalize our war memorials? You've just lost all respect, right? You've crossed the line. There shouldn't have been respect for this movement anyway. Science and technology will rule the day. That's where Gary puts his faith, and that's where you need to put your faith. You can disagree with me. That's fine. But I won't stand for any negative attacks and other things on the channel. So that's so you guys who keep commenting, hey, go Convoy Truckers. No, I don't agree or support it. So that's where I stand. Back to regular scheduled programming in a day or two.